Good evening, everyone. I'm Coach Thomas.
And I'm Kandi Knight, and welcome back to another week, another show, the Expect to Win Experience Talk Show. Let's get started.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Coach Thomas.
And I'm Kandi Knight. And again, this is the Expect to Win Experience Talk Show, a show where we highlight student athletes and talk to a few greats along the way. How are you feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty good, Kandi. Feeling pretty good. A little tired, and I'm ready to go to sleep, but I'm not going to say that on the air because I talk too much. Anyway, how you doing?
I'm good, and I feel you. I mean, it's been a week. I feel like this week has been like a year long. We're, in transition, getting into school, and there's a lot going on. I'm heading out of town this weekend, so a lot of preparation. But I'm excited about tonight's show, and we're going to talk all things basketball tonight. And so I'm excited about that. Yeah.
My favorite sport, and we have a young man from Phoenix, Arizona. So the town where it is hotter. I went to Phoenix a couple of years ago and went to the mall, and they had fans at the mall that were shooting water out.
Wow.
That's how hot it was. Yes. So we'll have him tell us all about it. Kandi, why don't you do the honors and introduce our guest?
All right, so tonight's guest, we have Mahki Spottsville. Again, he's a shooting guard, and he's in his junior year, and he attends Moon Valley High School in Arizona. So let's welcome Mahki to the show.
Good evening, sir.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
It was frozen for a minute there, but you're good now. See, we're going to have to make sure, Kandi, that we get our guests Expect to Win hoodies so they don't wear these Nike hoodies on the show.
Okay.
I don't know if Mahki can hear us. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. The sounds.
There you go. Whatever you did, you stopped the feedback. Well, there it is again. Well, this is live television, so Mahki, welcome to the show. And I'm going to step aside and leave you to the lovely Kandi Knight.
All right. So, can you hear me? Is the feedback going good?
Kind of, yeah. Huh?
Uh-oh, I think you're frozen.
What'd you say?
Okay, you can hear me? Uh-oh, I think we lost him.
We lost him. Well, we have we're going to go to our next guest, and when Mahki comes back, we'll bring him on. But with our Coach Erickson, women's basketball coach, and I'm pretty sure all-around good guy. If he wasn't, he wouldn't be on the show. So, good evening, Coach.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Evening. How's it going tonight?
It's going well. So tell us a little bit about yourself, the sport that you are coaching, where you're located, how long you've been there, all the good stuff.
Right. So
your social security number, your bank account number, your 401k.
I got you. Well, I'm Milwaukee Area Technical College at the moment, up here in Milwaukee. I know the other guest is from Phoenix, and if you were watching the NBA Finals, Bucks and Phoenix Suns kind of went at it, and our main campus is right across the street from the Pfizer Forum, so we're celebrating a little bit with our Bucks winning the championship here.
Absolutely, congrats.
I'm the head women's basketball coach here. This will be my third year now, coming into coming up here. I've been here 2 years. I've been coaching at the collegiate level now for 10 years, and kind of just started coaching girls basketball right out of high school. And I'm glad to kind of be here. I'm appreciative that you have me on the air.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming. So you said you started coaching out of high school. How did that happen?
I had one of my younger sisters. She kind of her travel ball team, AAU team. She was kind of on. I would just always be dropping her off at practice and just sticking around her practice. And I got her talking to the head coach one time and just kind of told him what I wanted to do. Even at that age, I knew I wanted to get into coaching basketball, and I was kind of just telling him about myself. And he kind of asked me, "Hey, you want to help out?" And I've been on this ride ever since.
I love that. Now, did you play basketball as well, or you just coached?
I played it in high school and did not play in college, but kind of just been climbing up the coaching tree here for a while now.
Awesome. So do you think that playing basketball has helped you in your coaching?
Yes, I definitely do. I think even though I didn't play at the college level, when I was in high school, I was kind of just always in tune as far as just like helping my other teammates, like telling them the plays, the offense we were running.
Right.
And I kind of started looking at it from like the behind the scenes stuff that you know about as a player, and that fascinated me. It interested me, and I just kind of got into it, and I loved it. So, and my high school coach had a huge impact on me, and like it kind of motivated me, and just like a light clicked, and I realized, that's the kind of impact I want to have on young individuals as they're kind of just trying to go from being young to independent, growing up, and all that. So, yeah.
Okay, I love it. So what's been the most rewarding part of coaching for you?
I think the relationships that you build with the people that you work with, not just the players. That's obviously been fantastic, but just the other coaches. I think that's been a real one of the good things I felt happen, and also just watching these young individuals that we work with, just kind of watching them grow. And at this level now, I get them when they're 18-year-olds as a freshman starting college, and just seeing them grow. And I've been now doing this 10 years, and I've seen them graduate, get their degree.
Right.
The other day, back in April, I had one of my former players. She invited me to her wedding. I went down.
Oh, wow.
You see them, like, I've been doing this long enough now that I'm starting to see that kind of the fruits of my labor now starting to take effect, and that's probably been as rewarding as anything else.
I bet that probably be the most rewarding part for me as well. I love that.
Yeah.
Coach, with being in Milwaukee, which is considered a small market town, and you guys are now the NBA champs, were you with your team when you guys won, or how did your team respond to the Bucks winning the championship?
Right. Well, my team, the roster that I have, I don't have any Milwaukee girls on my team, so they were all back. They were all back for the Bucks championship run. There's one girl. There's a couple that are within an hour from here, and I actually did have one that she was out there kind of supporting them, but they were kind of excited about it. And actually, one of the young ladies that came up here, she's from Arizona, and so she was rooting for the Suns to win. And but that is, talk a little trash here.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely. Because I can appreciate, a small market team for NBA championship, but you do know why you guys won, right? Because the Lakers weren't playing.
Well, and listen, the Lakers are ready for this upcoming season. I see that their roster is getting a little tough.
Coach, you have to in Los Angeles.
Like
So
Giannis, Drew Holiday, and Chris Middleton, like they've got their core too. So, I mean, it's gonna be tougher. Don't get me wrong. Here, so yeah. But it really is. I think we're in a unique situation here because, like I mentioned earlier, our campus is right across the street from the across the street from the Deer District and all that. And actually, we've got apartments that are students of MATC. They're right across the street from the Deer District. So, college kids with high school, they're trying to come somewhere, and there's a lot to do here, and that's been a recruiting tool that we've used. That you get to be pretty close to, a lot of stuff and follow a pretty good basketball team.
Have you how big is Milwaukee? Have you seen Giannis? I'm pretty sure he would be very visible if he was walking around Milwaukee.
He has been. I haven't ran into him personally, but he's definitely been places that I've been to. Like we had our the state fair at the end of July. He kind of showed up for that, and I don't know if you followed him on Instagram Live, but he went on air and bought himself a 50-piece of the chicken nuggets at Chick-fil-A.
Oh yes, I saw that.
And like that's when I go to, but I just wasn't there when he showed up.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's definitely. I've told people this. He's gotten himself a key to the city for the rest of his life, regardless of what happens from here on out, because he's really embodied Milwaukee and represented the city pretty well.
Absolutely.
Well, you got to give him props for, like he said, he did it the hard way.
Right.
He didn't build a super team, and so we can respect that. But out here in Los Angeles, we're about championships.
Yeah,
however we.
I know.
It's funny. I was in Beverly Hills Sunday, and I saw one of the Boston Celtics, and I was like, man, how dare you even come to LA?
Right.
Well, LA is a lovely place. So you said that the Bucks are a great selling point for your school. Yeah. How do you encourage up and coming athletes or give them advice or, those who are interested in your school?
I think the kind of the biggest thing, and I've done this ever since I've kind of just started, at the previous schools that I've been at, that I've tried to encourage young individuals to just, get out and leave home and experience other parts of the country, other cultures, other unique situations, and get out, and use basketball as an avenue to get you there, because everybody, whether they're in the NBA, the WNBA, or high school kids, you've got a certain amount of time on your playing career. Everybody's going to finish playing at one point. And, for our young ladies that come in, it's like use basketball as a tool to get your education, right? You could come here, play for us, and not, get your first 2 years out of the way and not owe any student debt.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what I've always tried to tell people, right? It's, just get out, leave home. Home will always be home, no matter where you're from. You could be from, the inner city to small town America. It's always going to be home. And, the opportunity to leave and experience something new may not. So that's one thing I've always just been big on with the kids that I try to recruit and bring on to play for us.
Awesome. Great
That's
words.
some excellent advice, Coach. I like that. Somebody had told me that years ago to go somewhere.
Out. Just see the world. I mean, there's so much to see, and it's a great opportunity. Yeah. Well, thank you for that. Do you have any contact information as we get ready to wrap up? A Twitter or a social media handle?
I do. We do at Coach Erickson 3 is my Twitter handle. And then we've got, I need to look up our athletic site we've got all our sports teams, they got their own social media, but I don't know the top of my head.
Okay, well, shout out your school one more time for those of us who are just joining.
All right. Gotcha. All right. But yeah, Milwaukee Area Technical College, MATC, not to be confused with MATC in Madison, which is Madison Area Technical College. They're kind of our rival. So definitely have to make that known that we're MATC in Milwaukee.
Gotcha.
For the Stormers. So, yep, that's.
All right, Coach. Well, we thank you for being with us tonight. Good luck with your team, and once again, congratulations to the city of Milwaukee. I think you probably our first guest from Milwaukee, so we don't want to offend anybody. You know, if I'd known better, I'd wore a Giannis jersey. But thank you, Coach, for being with us tonight, and we hope to have you come back again soon.
Oh, for sure. I thank you guys and appreciate everything you do and kind of just letting me be on here and, talk a little bit. I do appreciate that. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Milwaukee, Coach Erickson.
That's pretty exciting.
Well, I would say he's probably a little bit behind Giannis, but,
Yeah, I know Milwaukee has to be celebrating.
So,
that's a big win. Yeah.
That's huge win for Milwaukee, because I don't think anybody predicted Milwaukee was going to win the championship.
I don't even think they thought they were going to win, but I love that. Yeah. I love
all right. Well,
teams come in.
Mahki is back, so let's see if we can work. Mahki.
Hello.
There you are. Yes, we can see you. We're good to go now.
We can see you with the blue screen behind you.
Awesome. All right, so we're talking all things basketball. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your position, the school you play for.
I play for Moon Valley High School. I'm a junior. I play shooting guard.
Okay. All right. And tell us, we'll go back to the beginning, I guess, and work our way up to now, the present, and the future. How'd you get your start in basketball?
That was a minute ago. I think like 4th grade, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. I didn't even want to play basketball. My mom made me try out. Yeah, but it was a good decision.
Great. Now, did you play another sport as well, or has it always just been basketball?
Only been basketball.
Okay. And I can imagine now your mom is like one of your biggest supporters.
Of course.
Yeah. I love that. All right. Now, I was told as well that you are representing Native American and African American. So has that played into your role as an athlete, or how do you, I guess, show pride to your heritage while you're playing, or how does that work for you?
It's a big influence on me because I try to work harder for not, I don't want to say answer, but for my people, just working hard.
All right, I love that. And aspirations. I'm assuming you want to go pro or head to college here in a little bit.
Free college, you get an offer.
Yes, like Coach was just saying. Is there a school you'd love to play for?
Probably college I'd love to play for, stay at ASU.
Okay, awesome. And what about NBA teams?
Favorite NBA teams?
Do you have a favorite? Yeah, do you have a favorite?
Favorite, probably the Suns.
So I know you were a little heartbroken here recently.
A little bit.
And to hear Coach talk about the Bucks. Okay, well, we hope to see you play for the Suns one day. Coach, you've got a question?
Yeah, I want to ask the question that everybody wants to ask that's watching. How long did it take to get your hair like that?
Because it's beautiful.
and see, I'm feeling some kind of way because Kandi has never told me my hair was beautiful. So do you think that style will work for me?
I think
you can pull it out. Yeah, go for it. How long have you been growing your hair out, Mahki?
I've been growing my hair out for about 3 years now.
I love it. Well, it's beautiful. So, what words of advice do you have for athletes coming up who want to succeed and excel in basketball?
Biggest thing for me, probably stay on top of the grades.
That's
It
important.
doesn't seem like a really important thing, but it really is.
Awesome. That's important. Yeah, for
Let,
sure.
let me let me let me ask one more question, Candy, in regards to that, because I love to hear whenever a student athlete talks about grades. Um, what keeps you focused, Makai? Because a lot of young people just are distracted, and I was talking to one of the coaches at UCLA, and he was saying rather, how a lot of young people that are coming in just mentally, they just it's a struggle to get them focused mentally. How do you stay focused as a high school athlete? Which is to keep your grades up and your GPA, all of that.
Good question.
Well, yeah, for me to stay my freshman year, I was struggling a little bit. I wasn't really like paying attention, but I guess as I'm maturing, I'm like thinking more about like the future. So just get the easy classes done, so I could just have a better future.
There you go. And has COVID affected that for you at all, or have you had to adjust?
It affected positively
That's
because
awesome.
during what's it called? School for COVID, it got way easier, and I think it definitely rose my GPA.
Okay. Now, were you guys out for a while, or did your school go all the way through?
Our school tried to come back, but like I think it was in like 2 weeks. Yeah, we shut down for the rest of the year.
Wow, already?
Oh no, that was last year.
Oh,
This year we're back.
okay, gotcha. All right. Now, how's it going this season? I know you guys are preparing to get started here soon.
This season is going pretty good. All the sports are up, and everything basically back to normal. Just mass, basically.
Good to hear.
It just seems like to me, if your hair is like that, it's hard to run. It feels like something is heavy on your head. I don't know. That's just me. but
Makai, feel like I'm faster.
It makes you
really
faster. Okay.
All right. Well, Makai, give out your social media, contact information, and all of that good stuff. And we're waiting for you. We're waiting for you.
Sorry, it's a little delayed. Well, what's it called? My Instagram is tswg.wakhi.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Before we head out, I mean, do you want to give your coach, team, parents a shout out?
Shout out to Moon Valley High School.
All right. Shout out to Moon Valley High.
Sky gonna go all the way. He's gonna be pro. He's so chill with it, and I bet when he get on the court, he's like an assassin. I see it.
Yeah,
I see it already.
The college basketball look down already.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He'll be here in LA as a Laker.
Would you play for the Lakers? You're not interested. All right. Thank you, Mahki, for coming on and joining us this evening. Much success to you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I love having fun with the guests.
Yeah.
It just so much. Oh, I just love it. I love it. Kandi, now it's time for the star of the show, Coach Kelly.
That's right. He's going to talk about recruitment tonight.
There he is. He's another one. He's so chill.
I've been seeing stars lately.
I
actually got my wisdom tooth pulled yesterday, and boy, it was an experience, man.
Oh, wow.
So if one side of my jaw is bigger than the other, it's because I'm a little swollen.
You look fine, and we're glad you could join us tonight. I know the last show I was here, you were a little under the weather, so glad to see you back.
Yeah, that turned out to be food poisoning. I ate some fast food taco stuff, and they didn't hit right.
Well, I'm glad that you're feeling better. That's tough. All
Definitely.
right, well, what are you going to share with us tonight?
We're going to talk about windows of recruitment.
Go for it.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Coach James, and he's feeling better tonight. He's happier. I don't know. Everybody seems happier when Kandi is here, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I digress.
I'm glad.
All right, Coach Kelly. Oh, I took him out. That was not intentional, Coach.
All right, this week the recruiting tip is usually what I do is throughout the week I deal with certain things that are either recurring or things that happen. So the latest thing that I've been dealing with as a recruiter and a promoter of athletes is windows. And what I've experienced lately is guys that are still looking for schools, even though schools are already starting, are saying, hey, when I'm still looking for a school, and you have to understand that there are windows of recruitment. Most people don't understand that basically it's per semester. So because school has just started, yes, there are very, 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 very slim chances that somebody would get in this late. And the reason why is because of deadlines for the paperwork that the schools have to do. And I know a lot of times people will think, well, I'm just going to play ball. Well, going to play ball or whatever sport it is, you have to get through the paperwork of the school because you're playing athletics, but you're there representing the school and you're also there to go to school. So there's paperwork involved and all of other stuff, and there's deadlines that you have to meet. So there's certain windows that you have to get to. So the windows obviously are every semester. So that would be August, and really for some of the schools that start right after Labor Day, that's a window. Then the next window would be December and January when the break happens, and then obviously at the end of as soon as the basketball season ends, what coaches will do is because their season is over, they begin to look for those players that they have just taken down during the school year that they've been kind of fielding certain kids and making contact, and then they really go recruit after their season is over. And that's another thing that most kids don't understand is that coaches that are doing the recruiting have their own season and their own jobs that they're doing during the season, and they don't have time to be recruited. And I've got kids asking me, well, how come so-and-so hasn't reached out? How come they haven't done this when they said they were going to? That's because they got a lot of jobs as assistant coaches and head coaches that they're trying to run a team and recruit at the same time. That's why the largest window of opportunity becomes at the end of the season, which is usually late March, early April, and then signing periods really, really get picked up right around May. When you're in June and July, of course, the live periods of NCAA are also exciting and the most I guess you could say abundant or whatever, because those are the late signings, but they're the ones where those schools have been handing out or holding on to those late offers for that kid that they haven't, that they've been looking for. So understand those windows and understand that patience has to be had, but you need to be prepared all the time. There's an old song that I always tell my kids about. It says, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So there's sometimes where kids that will come to me and they'll ask for help and they don't have certain things. You have to always be ready. Everything has to be in place. Your paperwork has to be in place. Your Pell Grants need to be filled out. All those things need to be done so that if an opportunity comes by, you won't be caught lacking because you haven't done paperwork or you haven't done your due diligence. Your game needs to be ready. You need to stay in the gym. You need to get your paperwork with your grades. You also need to get your paperwork done with your FAFSA and your Pell Grant stuff. And once that happens, and you reach out, and during those opportune times of those windows, that's when you need to be ready, because sometimes opportunities come by quickly and you need to be ready for that. So that's the tip for this week.
All right. Great tip for the week, Coach Kelly. Thank you for that.
Definitely, Coach. I want to maybe next week or in a couple of weeks, I want to speak on a bill that was passed here in California, Bill AB 140, where students were given an opportunity to, if they struggled during the pandemic, to have their grades, if they were failing or had a low grade, they could have it changed from a pass to a no pass, and or pass or no. And colleges have to accept that on the transcripts, and it not affect the students' GPA.
That's
So
awesome.
that's something that's I don't know if it's hard. I don't think it is. When he has signed it into law, and now you got a bunch of people who want to recall him and all of that. But I think that's going to be something to bring to the table for our students, especially the ones here in California. So, but
for me, we've got because I'm a geometry teacher at the school that I'm at. Across the board, there's kids that are struggling, and it's learning self-discipline, really. And some are there, and it's easy for them, and others they struggle because the best way to teach is face-to-face. And if you don't have that face-to-face, it's hard for the kids, and you can't really knock them for it. And I'll sit here and be one of the first to admit too, if I'm at home and I don't have nobody to tell me to get up, then I probably won't do it either. So
yeah.
I understand that bill, and I think it's needed.
I agree. Definitely.
Yeah, that's a good word, Coach, because I think it's you can't penalize these kids for something that none of us have ever experienced. I mean, I've never seen a time like this, and kids, and Bo had a tutor, and his tutor said something that was really interesting. He said, a lot of these kids go to sleep in class. So what do you think will happen? They sitting in their bed with a laptop, and they're not going to fall asleep at home.
Yeah, so, and most of these parents can't help. I mean, these subjects are way more advanced now. So, it's been tough.
You have to add in the fact that, and this is something that we've never had, especially when we were in high school, and that cell phones and social media. Those are such a distraction.
They are.
They are wired to get kids to basically just punch the button and get likes. That's all they care about. And it's good to be connected because we as humans love to be connected, but then at the same time it's a problem because it becomes an addiction, and they'd rather be on their phones than to get their classwork done.
And I say social media is the best and the worst of society. Because if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing now. If we wanted to create a TV show like this, it would cost thousands of dollars. And social media has made it possible. We can literally reach people around the world for free, But at the same time, like Coach Kelly said, I had to go pick Bo up from school. He was sick yesterday. He said he was sick. He sounded sick. He looked sick. As soon as he got in the car, this is what he was doing. His phone. So,
it keeps us connected. It's just all on how you use it. Absolutely.
So, all right, excellent job, Coach. Excellent job, Coach. Excellent job, Kandi. Ladies and gentlemen, I forgot we still on the air.
That's it though. That's the show for tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching and being a part of the Expect to Win experience. I am Coach Thomas.
I'm Coach Kelly.
And I'm Kandi Knight. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week.
We'll catch you next week. Everybody have a good weekend. And isn't it a holiday coming up?
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
I'm headed out to the lake. I got my Sea-Doo. We headed out there.
All right. Enjoy. I'm heading out of town too. So enjoy yourself. Be safe.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.